Hey guys, welcome to another episode of The Cousins. We are all out here, we're getting ready. Looks like everybody is either on the way or coming, or you never know who's going to show up on The Cousins this week. So, um, this week is going to be really interesting. We got Jerry. Hey Jerry. Jerry's talking to her kids. She's talking to the other cousins. And then we got Mona on the phone. Mona got a new do.
I'm trying to finish watching chapter 3 of Boba Fett.
Child, we ain't got time for chapter 3 of Boba Fett. You're going to have to just pause that for later. You have to pause that for later.
It's only 6 minutes.
See? Boba Fett ain't giving us no money.
No, but he's keeping me entertained.
Okay, well, there's that. The rest of the people should be here momentarily. They all answered the phone on the pre-call, so who knows what's going to happen.
Is Selene jumping on this time?
I don't know.
She at work?
She said she always at work. We just be out here, we waiting on everybody. Michelle is here, and I got a funny story for y'all that just happened. It literally just happened in the last couple minutes. Or wait till Michelle get here.
I'm ready. Oh, okay. Oh, she got to get another hat. Remember, she said you can't have the same hat.
Oh, she going to look for another hat.
I love my sister. She's hilarious.
We had Jackie on earlier. She just jumped off. I guess she'll be right back. Oh, shit. Cece's in the building.
Who?
Selene. Hey, Selene.
Hey, hold on. I'm trying to figure it out if I can change my background.
Oh.
Oh, I got to make
There
this
we go.
smaller.
So here comes Shay with his hat.
Now Shay got his college graduate hat on.
There's something wrong with him.
Which way am I?
You
sideways?
straight on mine.
Yeah, you good. Don't move it. You fine.
Okay.
Oh, I can raise my hand like I'm in school.
You can. Ain't no point, but you can.
I know. It looked good though, right?
Sure.
Selene looked like she. Oh yeah, I like how you blurred it. How'd you do that?
It's in the options, so you can blur
In the
it.
options or something. Yeah.
Oh, I see it.
I'm blurred. Hold on.
This dude, Shay, is changing hats up.
Listen,
Okay.
not that Maya. Listen, that's not Maya. What the heck is the name of that song? My love is like whoa hat.
Don't let me go get my hat. I was trying not to put that hat back on, but I will.
You see that thing look clear?
Yeah, cause she blurred out the background. She do like the papers even look clear. I feel like I'm looking at a YouTube video.
I feel like I can reach out and touch you for real.
Reach out and touch
Oh, you gotta
some.
put your glasses on.
I got yeah. You know I can't see Jack.
Yeah.
I can't see without my reading glasses.
Got your reading. You have your reading glasses, so you can be reading people.
Right. So look at them.
I love them.
They're a little big, but that's okay. They get the job done.
They do what they need to do.
I'm not gonna lie. I should do like JR did me last week and just keep calling him. You getting on? You getting on? You getting on?
Shit.
So
I got
where
my
is
three-
JR was on the call with us on Duo? Where did he go?
I don't know. I'm about to call him.
See, Negroes.
Don't worry.
So we out here, we are waiting on everybody. Just so you guys know, this episode is brought to you
Yeah.
by Black Unicorn Magics. We have, if you look down on the scroll bar at the bottom, you will see that there is an Etsy code. It is on there, and you'll see it. Go to the website, etsy.com/shop/Black Unicorn Magics. I will show y'all the crown that she made. Listen, y'all. Instagram filter.
It do look like an Instagram
Mhm.
filter. I
Instagram
like
filter.
it. Oh, Jay, I said he's coming here to finish eating.
She gave there's all kinds of dope stuff that she made on here. I did an unboxing video so that you got so go ahead and check that out on the page of all the stuff that little things and trinkets that she made for me in the box. Y'all, Jerry, you a Sailor Moon fan, right?
Yes, I am. Don't judge me. How much is that?
It's on her page.
I'm gonna have to look.
And you can get them in different colors.
I'm gonna get all the colors. You know, I got to show Peyton Sailor Moon.
Maybe I should have did this with my iPad. Okay. Let me see.
Can't see nothing.
Okay. And what was
Oh,
the
I
other thing
see.
you had on that looked like the filter?
Oh, this one right here?
Oh, that's cute.
Let's see what else does she make over here. Now I don't know. I said this is for some of y'all that like to do those activities.
What is that?
It's a tray.
Oh, you said.
Oh.
What's the
activities. I
trade
thought-
for, Jason?
You can put your, if you have
those
jewelry,
activities.
you can put your jewelry on the tray. You know what I'm saying? If you like,
Yeah.
if you do incense, it's got a little slot right here so that you can put the incense on it, and it'll
Okay,
just.
That's cute.
I like it. That's cute.
That's cute.
She makes and everything is very well crafted, well made. What else is she?
Can
put
I
on
make
there?
a statement? I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Can you please, when you say you're doing activities, you talk about G-rated activities? Because, people minds be gone, okay?
Mm-hmm.
What in the hell X-rated activity is you gonna do with this?
I mean, you never know. Some
Do
people-
you
look
know-
who I
listen.
live with. That's a good holder.
It is for a lot of different things.
I'ma
to
show
do a
you.
lot of different things.
Where's yours?
Listen, I said activities. You do what you want to do with
It's
this.
a backsplash.
No.
Underneath that paper.
And then I got this little.
Look, I know what you're talking
That's
about,
an ashtray?
Jackie. Because look, it's a tray.
I can't use it as an ashtray. I wasn't even
Yeah,
thinking.
this is a tray too.
Listen,
Right.
go somewhere with that.
I'm just saying. That's what I thought.
I mean, that's what I thought when I first saw it too. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, I don't smoke weed. What is this?
Me neither, but
But then I saw,
get out the
then I
camera.
saw the little notch. I was like, oh, it's like an incense holder.
Does it? Oh, okay. I like the ones where the smoke comes down.
Like the dragon's mouth. Yeah.
That is awesome. Does she make any of those?
She can. Listen, she's so dope, and said the code is down at the bottom for y'all to take a look and peruse. So Michelle, I got a story for you. It just happened.
Okay.
So we just got a package from my partner's parents, and it had some Christmas gifts that we didn't get or that we got late. And in it was this spearmint carpet deodorizer. And I was like, don't put that in this house.
I'm sorry to all of my family members who
We are
are
very
having an
serious.
issue with spearmint because of me. I apologize.
It's all right. It's all right. I just know whenever the kids, don't you buy that spearmint gum? You better buy double mint or juicy fruit.
Don't you bring that spearmint nowhere near here.
Look at that.
Yep. And then when they
Spearmint
start
carpet
chewing it, first thing I'm like, Auntie on her way over here, spit that out and go brush her teeth.
I said, we do not play around. And people be like, why do you hate spearmint? And I'm like, I don't know. I just know I don't like it.
You just know spearmint is banned in the house.
It's just banned in the house. Like we didn't.
It's so bad. You know it's bad when you look at your soap and you like, does it say mint? Let me see which one.
Let me check which mint is in here.
Immediate.
Stop.
Immediate.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So anything happened? Anything happened this week that we need to talk about for y'all?
The halftime show.
Okay, so listen. The halftime show was good. It wasn't big enough for me though.
Well, you know they only get a certain
It
amount
needed
of
to be
time.
longer.
It needed to be longer. It needed to be bigger.
No, it's
But they
halftime
danced it.
show. It was not a concert, although it felt
Yeah.
like.
Like-
I
I was like,
loving
those
it.
are
It
also
should
like-
have. when
They
you
like
when you do old school songs or songs that mean something for real, when you can understand every word that is being said, you want more of it because that's
Okay,
not what
Boomer.
we hear now.
Okay, Boomer.
I'm just saying, don't do me.
Look, my
I
thing
grew up
is,
with y'all musics, okay?
I-
Listening to the stuff that
I
y'all listen to.
I was
I don't know this
watching.
new stuff.
I was watching the people's
Well,
comments, and
Kendrick
all
Lamar
of them.
is-
Kendrick
All of
Lamar
them
did
was
his
good.
daggone thing. You hear me?
I
Who?
think his was a real show.
Kendrick Lamar did his damn thing.
Yes, he did.
Yes,
But
he
people
did. I
was
love him.
talking because Eminem, you could tell he was going with his music. Like you didn't see a certain part when he would stop singing, but the words, the song kept going.
Here's I'm gonna say this
And
about
my thing
Eminem.
is, they were upset about that, but I'm like, this shit, we old. I gotta catch my breath.
Listen,
Right.
I'm gonna say this one thing about Eminem, and then I'm gonna leave it alone. That beard and that brown hair is working for him.
It is, right?
Yeah.
I said-
him too.
Oh,
He kind of
Jay,
finds
you
it.
better not let your partner
He
hear
still look
that.
young. He look young.
But we got to talk about dollar sign time, 50 cent times two.
You talking about a dollar? You talking about $4?
That man
That
is
was
a
a whole
whole dollar. He is a.
You talking about $4? 50 cent is a $4 now. I said,
Yeah.
now they got him under that, looking upside
And they
down on that
need-
thing.
But look, and they've been dragging him on the internet, and they need to because you know he has no cause when it comes to
Hey
anybody
man, you
else.
know what? I ain't even gonna hate on him because he got all that money. He can eat
Mhm.
good.
Somebody said Power been feeding him real well.
Yeah, Power BMF.
Power been feeding him real well. But here's the thing, like I don't want to. I'm not gonna fat shame him, but except for the fact that he has no chill when it comes to other people. So I
Right.
feel much less bad about talking about him.
I'm
That
not.
he just
I
tender.
don't want to say I'm fat shaming him. I just want to say
Tender.
he needs to be called a dollar man. That's all I'm
Listen,
gonna
he's
say.
tender. He not fat.
You said he
Just call him a
tender.
dollar.
He tender. He look a
Somebody
lot.
said he tender. I
He
like that.
just tender. You know. Before he was looking
I
like
mean,
cast iron, and now he.
of that age.
He looked
I
like
mean-
he was uncomfortable hanging upside down.
He looked like he couldn't breathe.
Right. That's what I was gonna say. He looked like he couldn't breathe.
Right.
I'm
He's
just
He's all
saying.
for lip singing.
Like he was like, oh my God, if we don't
Yeah.
hurry up this song, please.
Yeah, he probably was like, hurry up, bro. Hurry up and pull the thing up so I can get down. But look, he is the king of petty. So
I like
No.
52, but
He is petty. So I don't feel no. I said I wonder if Tierra Marie somewhere going. Look at this fat nigga right here.
I'm sure Madonna said something too.
and
I know
Ja
Madonna
Rule,
said something.
remember he bought all the tickets to the
To Ja Rule
first
concert?
5 or 6 rooms to Ja Rule concert. So when he opened, wasn't that's pettiness at its finest.
right, that's what I say. That's a whole different level of.
But then the guy was like,
But he
I think it
still
was
made
Chris
his
Fallon.
money.
And Chris
He
Fallon
still
was like,
made the money.
but he
though.
still made
Right,
money.
he
He
does-
said, man, I bought them tickets off Groupon.
It don't matter. You still made some money. Listen, so like, can we talk about Mary J. Blige's knees though?
Can we talk about why everybody
wrong
wants to
with
be?
The Mary J. Blige still got Megan Thee Stallion knees.
No.
No, Mary
know.
J. Blige has Mary J. Blige knees.
You ain't lying. She
Megan
still
Thee
can't
Stallion.
dance.
You're getting it twisted.
She still, you right. She still can't listen. When she busts out with the Mary dance, I was like, yeah.
There ain't
Can
no
I
411
just
in
say-
those knees.
I'm over it. Like everybody, every time I see somebody look like Beyonce, like I can't get past any of that.
So the reason I said Megan, okay, so here's why I said Megan Thee Stallion knees, because we are not used to seeing Mary. Hold on, let me finish. Drop down and get your eagle on.
Hold it.
Mhm.
No, we've seen her drop down plenty of times. Now, has she dropped down and held it for a long period of time? Probably not. But at the end of the day, Mary is and has always been Mary. And what's crazy to me is that these other people, new people, the dude from Love and Hip Hop Miami, gonna talk about what did he say? He made a comment and was like, "Why is Mary J. Blige out here looking like Megan Thee Stallion?" No, boo. That's not
Megan Thee
Mary J.
Stallion looking like Mary.
Exactly. People.
I will
fail to
give you
realize
that.
there are people that come before these people, these artists that are out here
Yes.
now.
They're
not
true.
out here
He's
looking
talking
like them.
about
They
the
are looking like
outfit
others.
because she don't normally do.
She don't normally
regular
dress
hair,
like that. And she don't
hair,
normally like.
or whatever.
She was
But she
giving.
did
Mary
the-
was
she
giving
did somewhat
a.
of the same
I might
outfit
be
the last
51
time.
years old, but I still got it, Eddie. That's how she was giving. Like, don't
Yeah.
think just because I sing about heartbreak and pain, don't mean that I can't break them off some if I need to. That's what Mary was giving at the Super Bowl, and I was here for it. And when she busts out with the Mary dance, I said, "Listen,
Okay, you know she couldn't have left without it. The people would have been so mad at her.
she
Yeah,
had
she
all the
definitely
dancers
did.
doing the Mary dance." I said, "Listen, that Mary dance is iconic. We know she
Yes.
can't dance, but she said I can't dance. I'm gonna make my own dance."
That's the first thing Siobhan said was, "Where's the Murray dance?" She said, "Oh, there it is."
There it is.
Yep.
I like.
Kiss that leg.
But
And the other thing that I couldn't get past what I was like I liked the show as a general rule, but I was like, here's my thing. We giving Dr. Dre all of this, and yes, musically he deserves all the accolades, all the flowers, but like he still beat the hell out of Michelle A.
Man, that was like 40 years ago. That
It don't matter.
That ain't had nothing to do with the Super Bowl.
He still
Let's not bring up that negative stuff. He beat the shit out of D Barnes too.
right. Like he still beat the dog shit out of these women, and we like, all right, I guess
I'm
it's
pretty
cool.
sure he's not the only person that's done that. So
I beat up on my girl every day.
These women, and we like,
Where's that?
uh oh, here come y'all. You hit.
I need the finger to
Where the
come
finger
out.
come? Where the finger? She must not be there.
She's sitting right here beside me.
said, nigga, please. He ain't beating on that.
I thought we was gonna get the finger again.
I can't pop in. I got my scarf on.
I thought today was hat day. What happened to the hats?
We forgot.
I could tell.
we're gonna
I'm seeing a lot
try.
of beads on these phones.
I got a hat
I
coming.
can't put no hat on.
What you say,
My
JL?
head still sore.
I said I see a lot of beady beads on this here phone.
Yeah, your
Lord,
beard.
Graffiti.
You don't have to be this way. Listen, this hair is looking what it's gonna look.
Yeah, it ain't luxurious today.
Ain't nobody listening to you.
Anybody, well, listen, at least we got hair.
Mm-hmm.
Graffiti.
Out here looking like Cynthia. Shut up.
Who is Cynthia?
who is Cynthia?
From the Rugrats.
He's about that dog.
Yes, Cynthia.
Where's Aunt Deborah?
She must not be at the house.
She was at the store when I talked to her at 4.
All right, Jackie, we see your pajamas now. Tilt your screen.
See, we're
You better
live.
be glad I got on pants, so
What's up,
shut up.
Facebook?
I'm glad you got on pants. Thank you very
Me
much.
too.
That's where your son get it from, right there. That nudist colony y'all running over there.
I'm in the comfort of my own home, okay? Shut up.
That's what's funny. He wasn't in the comfort of his own home, and I JD just
Listen.
put
He said anywhere he lay his head is his comfort, okay?
okay.
He a Rolling Stone at a young age.
Okay. So what's the things, Jason?
So today we're gonna do a couple of things on
His mama named
from the
him
Reddit.
Jason, not Jason.
Wait. Do y'all want to talk about Kanye West?
no.
Oh, but looking like
What about him?
No,
Squid
listen.
Games.
I have to for
What
one
about-
quick second.
What about Kanye?
He was looking like
So I
Squid
feel-
Games.
I feel bad a little bit for the kids
look like
because
who?
Kanye West is out here really showing his behind. But Kim Kardashian basically sent him a message or something and was like, "Why do you keep airing our business out in the streets?" And he said, "Because I keep getting a text message from my biggest fan, because I'm your biggest fan, so I want everybody to see it." So then she says, well, can you please stop? Can you please let your fans know not to do anything to Pete, because now it's becoming scary and we don't know what else we can do, basically. So he don't even call this man Pete. He called this man Steve.
What do
He
you
said,
call
I'll
it?
make, no, he called him Skeet. He said, okay, I'll make sure that nobody touches Skeet. What? You ain't even calling this man by his name. You
She
calling
worried
him
about airing
Skeet.
business like she ain't put that porno tape out there with her and Ray J.
And made a whole
She didn't.
reality
I,
show.
Listen,
I
yes,
do
she
think
did.
her mama did. I think her mother did.
I think her
Well,
mama did that,
no,
but
'cause they
here's my
actually-
thing. Okay,
I
so
watched something and they actually had to have an interview. They did a sit down with her and her mother, and they paid them for their, for them to agree to say, yeah, we'll leak it. I forgot what I watched, and they said it. They said it. They paid them. They didn't say the amount, but they paid them to say, okay, we can do it, and she can't sue us because she signed documents saying, I'm agreeing to this.
oh, I'm sure. I mean, listen, I'm sure
watched something
a check
that
is a
does
check,
have
and the
to be
Kardashians
after
ain't
the
scared of no
fact.
check.
He said now that it's out, they need to pay me for it. That's what I heard. I heard that was the agreement after, but I don't know how true that was.
So here's my thing about it. Pete Davidson tried to, and I don't care one lick about none of these people. Let me just go ahead and say, but Pete tried to be like, listen, let's be cool. Let's figure this out. I have respect for you, and I'm not going to do anything, to tarnish your name or anything like that. And Kanye posting the DM, to me, I feel like if your ultimate goal is trying to get this woman back, which why,
You're doing it all the wrong.
you're doing
way.
it wrong.
All
Like
the
you're
wrong
going about this the wrong way.
Hold on. Now, think about it. We're talking about Kanye West. So, does it surprise you that he does anything the way he doing it?
No.
Exactly. It wouldn't be surprising to me
No,
if
but what he's doing is
make a
messing
video
up
of him
the
breaking in her
kids.
house later.
But this has got to be traumatic. Like Jack said, it's got to be traumatic for the kids.
Man, the kids probably don't even know nothing about it. 'Cause they
I'm
still
sure the
young.
oldest does.
Them
She
kids,
only like 8 or
them
9 years
kids
old.
know
How old is the oldest
something.
They
Because,
on social
no,
media.
they know, yeah.
Their parents are celebrities,
They know
and they
something.
don't
She knows
shield
something.
them.
Because she when they put Kanye West, apparently they did an article and they said when they put Kanye West out during the Super Bowl, put him on the screen during the Super Bowl, everybody booed. West, their little girl was sitting beside him and she started crying. They got a picture of her and everything.
Ma,
That's why I said to me, it sucks. Like, yeah, what you do as a celebrity affects, the people that surround you, and he need to be thinking about them kids before he continue to keep thinking about that woman who,
don't want him. She don't want him no more.
She don't want you. She has made it clear.
Listen, I'm gonna need him to go
I don't think
home.
it's the fact that he wants her. I think it's just the way people like we doing now talking about him.
No, I think he wants her. I think he wants her
I don't
back.
think he really does. Cause look, Kanye can get almost I ain't gonna say any woman he want, but he can get just as good as Kim
But
Kardashian
that's
or
the
better.
mother of his children.
Listen, I feel like he need to go home.
He's a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
I think he need to go home and turn on Fantasias. Free yourself.
That's what he need to do.
Or
That's what he need to
Mary J.
do.
Blige, no more pain.
He means that if you don't want me, then don't talk to me.
Right. If you don't want me, then don't talk to me.
Right.
He could play I Don't F With You.
Right. Something. He need to make a breakup playlist and just put that playlist on and let it do and let it get into his soul, because all the stuff that you're doing, it's not helping you gain any, yeah, you may have your little fans who are riding with you, but they're not riding with you because they're here for the drama. The reason we're talking about this is because of the drama. He's not winning any points by this. No one's looking like, oh, well,
If
Kim.
I can sit here now and I say something about a celebrity and I'm not famous, and then everybody start looking at my DM, looking at everything I'm doing, now I'm a celebrity just because of that. And people gonna keep tuning in. Look at all the rap beats.
Attention, whether good, bad, or indifferent, is attention.
Exactly.
I just-
no matter how you getting it, and he requires attention. We all know that. That ain't nothing
But
to do with
there are
him.
also people who don't care for the Kardashians.
I don't care for the Kardashians.
Huh?
I don't care for the Kardashians. To me, they're all useless as far as I'm concerned. And then you had Lamar Odom on daggone Celebrity Big Brother talk about how he want Chloe back, and I was like, why?
Well, I mean, we don't know them personally, so
He
you're
want the
right,
chicken
based on
hands
what you
back.
see in social media. It's not based on knowledge of anything that's real.
True.
Speaking of, they do so much photoshopping now. Did y'all see her hand?
No.
They forgot her hand. Her hand literally looks like a chicken foot.
Stop it, Jackie.
Oh.
Stop it, Jackie.
It does. It
Who y'all
does.
think is funny?
The Kardashians.
Somebody got their hand up. Is that Michelle?
Where Michelle go? Michelle, would you like to speak?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, we can hear you
Okay,
now.
on Facebook. On Facebook, you have Gwendolyn Smith. Hey, Gwen.
Hey,
She's
Auntie
actually
Gwen.
commenting. So, I mean, you might want to look on there and see what she's saying. She's saying some good stuff.
I can't read it. I can't see none of it.
Michelle, you read it.
But I mean, she got like quite a few things on here.
Oh, I see. Okay, I can see it now.
You got
Preach, little Chucky.
That's Jackie.
Except for the fact that Isnek almost choked him and Vivica. Oh, you're talking about that going 50. Where he tried
What
to
you say?
I mean, listen, Vivica says she ate his booty, but that's a different story.
Oh, come on. I just finished eating.
Hey, what's
Oh,
wrong with
wow.
that? Ain't nothing wrong with tossing a salad here and there.
Okay.
Hey, we twins. But we
I
ain't that
won't.
damn
I will
close.
make sure I won't eat after you anymore.
Nah, you get a plastic cup and
I'm gonna
everything.
come over your house and lick all your forks.
Listen,
Fine,
they
good
will
luck
all
finding
be
them.
in your tires. They
Look
will
at your
be in
nephew.
your
You see how
tires.
your nephew looking at you?
That needs to listen. That face was like, ew.
Listen, y'all heard Rihanna's song. God eats
No.
the booty like groceries. Who
Hey,
is that?
Rihanna.
So
Oh.
even Siobhan is like, no.
Who is that?
That was Janina Eco.
One of them motherfuckers.
At any rate, so we're going to get into what we came for today. And so what we're doing is there's a Reddit. If you guys don't know, there is a Reddit thread called Am I the Asshole? And so I've taken a couple of stories from Am I the Asshole, and we're going to talk about them. This first one is Am I the Asshole for causing a family argument over my nickname? I,
Yes.
30-year-old female, have been B since I was born and still go by that
Say it
nickname with my...
Who?
Huh?
Has been what?
She has been B since she was born and still goes by that nickname with my friends and family as an adult. My aunt started using the same nickname for her eldest granddaughter when she was born in 2008. For the purposes of this, we'll just call her granddaughter LB. I didn't really care as it's just a name, and I had been B for 17 years at that point. 6 years ago, I had been working at the zoo when my mom asked me if I would send some exotic feathers to LB as one of her hobbies was collecting feathers. I agreed and posted her some I had found around the zoo with a little note briefly explaining the species, names, and personality traits of the birds they belong to. A week later, I was at dinner with my sister and brother-in-law when I noticed several missed calls from my aunt. We'd never really had direct contact, so this seemed odd to me. I checked my voicemail to find that she had left me a message demanding that I call her back immediately in an angry tone. I was still trying to decide if I wanted to return her calls or not when I received a text message from my mother warning me that my aunt was angry that I had signed the note to LB with love from B, as it apparently had upset LB, who was 8 at the time, that I had stolen her name. I don't enjoy melodrama, so I opted out and went about my evening with my phone on silent. I saw my mom the next day, and she told me that she had a falling out with my aunt over my nickname, as my aunt was demanding that I stop calling myself B because it is unfair and confusing for LB. She suggested that if I were desperate, I could be called Bigger B, but that would be better if I just changed it altogether. We both laughed about it, and I confirmed that she had told my aunt the previous evening was correct. I wouldn't change my nickname, and I didn't expect LB to change hers. As far as I'm concerned, we could both be B without causing harm. In the end, I didn't answer any of my aunts called, and my mom stopped talking to them too. Later that morning, I received a text from her saying that I was a bitch for what I was doing to LB and for causing an argument between her and my mother, to which I never responded. I chose not to have further contact with her side of the family and have happily carried on going by B in the intervening years. I assumed that LB did too, although I never asked. My mother resumed contact with my aunt after a few months, but things were always strained after that, and they were never close again. Recently, someone had mentioned that I caused an ugly rift in the family by refusing to change my nickname for LB or take my aunt's calls. They feel that I should have spoken to my aunt when she called and agreed to change my name to avoid hurting LB. I feel that it was my right to stand my ground over both my nickname and my choice not to engage in the argument or have any subsequent contact with my aunt. But their comment has planted a small seed of doubt. Am I the asshole?
No.
Nope.
No.
The
First of
honest
all, hold on.
asshole.
Let me clarify something. Man, you better start proofreading this shit and breaking this shit down before you come in here with this 20-minute paragraph story.
You gonna get this whole thing the way that you get it.
No.
Next time you
I
better
don't think
take
you
jot
the
some notes
asshole.
down or something, nigga.
How you gonna give somebody else a nickname that somebody that's like somebody, I'm not saying my nickname, but somebody calling somebody else that. I don't care, but don't get mad at me if I answer to it and you talk to the other one.
Right.
That's what you get for having two nicknames.
For having two people with the same nickname. And as the older one, like, we're not, this is not a title. We're not bequeathing the nickname to anybody. Like,
We ain't in no competition.
I don't understand. You got too many people with similar nicknames. How many Boos and Peanuts do we know?
listen, far too
And
many.
Pookie.
And Pookies.
Right.
First of all, I don't know
But
that
that's
dead nigga
dumb.
named
Just
Pookie. So.
when everybody's together, one is Big B, one is Little B. But I mean, that's dumb. It's
The
stupid.
family just
I
must
swear,
have had a problem with her
some of this
already.
stuff,
The
some
aunt
of
is
this
an
stuff
asshole.
don't be
if you
sounding
ask me.
real.
Yeah, the aunt is the asshole.
The aunt is a big asshole.
If I was her, I'd go to all the family functions with a shirt that say B on the front.
Right.
Yeah, the first B.
I was number one.
Right.
I'm the queen bee.
Then on the back, she could put the real bitch. That's what the B was stand for.
Yeah, I think that was very silly.
Hey, you know what? I be reading some of those and listening to them. I be like this. I'm so glad my family ain't like this. Like, this is stupid.
Oh, we about to get like that.
No, we
you
not.
will, and you gonna get banned.
I'm the real James. Who else named James out here?
It's a few of
All
them,
your kids.
and one of mine.
I took that from George Foreman. Michelle, you got something to say?
No.
Okay, this was a good one too. I didn't even read this one the first time. All right, so we all in agreement that she's not the asshole.
Yeah. Did anybody comment on Facebook?
I don't see any comments on Facebook. I got multi-stream up so I can see them all now. Okay, so this one, am I the asshole for refusing to talk to my dad after he outed me as gay to my family? Okay, so for some context, my dad divorced my mom when I was 18 months old. Since then, both have remarried and divorced again, and since they split up nearly 20 years ago, they maintain a relationship where they're at least on speaking terms. Last year, I had a couple of drinks with my dad and told him that I was gay. He had no problem with it and asked me not to tell anyone. He had no problem with it, and I asked him not to tell anyone, which he agreed to. A few months ago, just after I turned 18 and entered my first proper relationship with another man who was 19, I was going around to his apartment almost every day, but still hadn't told my mom or my brother. So I told my family I was going to see a girl. After a few weeks of not getting to meet my girlfriend, my family asked my dad if he knew anything about her. He told them that I was actually seeing a guy because he was concerned I might be seeing an old man. My family confronted me about this, and I went off with it. Wait, Okay, yeah, you're right, JR. I should do some proofreading. My family confronted me about this, and I
What school
went
you to,
off
so I don't
with
understand
my
terms
dad.
there?
He said it was due to safety concerns, but firstly, there was nothing to suggest I was seeing an old man, and secondly, it's my choice as a legal adult. I don't see my dad very often anyway, maybe once a month, but I said that unless he gives me a proper apology, which he refuses to do, I'll be going no contact with him. My dad's mom is really upset at this, and my mom says I should give him another chance, but I am not sure. Am I the asshole?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I disagree. No.
Hold on.
Why?
Hold on.
is it-
So he not the asshole for
But that is
not talking to his father because his father just outed him.
Yeah.
Be who you want to be. If that's who you are, that's who you are.
But why is it my dad's place to
When
tell
you-
everybody?
So apparently he was
When you
ashamed of
hear-
himself, so he lied to his mother, which is wrong. So
Right,
that's his
but-
wife.
He's not able to speak his own truth. You need to allow them to be able to, one, put their own story out there, and two, speak their own truth. As long if the very first thing in my head that you need to come out to is your family. And if you got an issue with coming out with your family, that's something that you need. Yes, it's something you need to deal with within yourself, but at the same time, it gives you the confidence to be able to go out here to everybody else and say what you need to say to them. But by him telling his mother, by the father telling the mother and the brother, to me, I feel that yes, they are. Well, the dad is the asshole, not the son, because the son wasn't able to speak his truth. You should have let him get his own time.
Yeah, that's something that you have to do on your own time, and I don't think it's anybody's place, regardless of familial stuff, to say that you get to tell somebody else that. Like, if I tell Jerry something, it's not Jerry's place to tell everybody else. You know what I mean? That's between me and Jerry. And if I said to you, don't say anything to anybody else, and you agree to do that, you're breaking trust there. So it has nothing to do with them being gay. It has to do with that trust is being broken because I asked you not to say something and you did it anyway.
So wait, did he tell his father not to tell anybody?
Yes.
First,
Okay.
he told his father, "Don't tell anybody," and he did it while he was drinking. So he wasn't really
He
all
wasn't his
there
right
when
state
he
of
made
mind.
it right, when he said it to begin with. So yes, I feel like he's not being an asshole about it. I mean, is that something that they need to rectify and talk about? Yes.
Sure, but the guy says, he says until I get an apology from my dad, and that to me that's setting a boundary. You know what I mean? Like you as regardless of whether or not that's a parent or a child, there's a boundary there. And he's saying, listen, you disrespect. I asked you to do something. I told you this information because I was drunk. I asked you not to say anything to anybody else. That was the boundary. There are consequences to that boundary, just to crossing that boundary. And, regardless of who you are as a person, hey, this is the thing that I said, please don't do. You broke my trust. Here's the boundary. Until you apologize to me, which they said the father is not willing to do, we don't have anything to discuss.
I do think the father should apologize. However, I don't think he should be like, I'm not talking to my dad until he apologizes. Especially in this day and time, tomorrow is not promised. Is that what you want to say? Your father dropped dead tomorrow, and all you have to do is say, "Oh, I didn't want to talk to my dad because he outed me to my family." Like, come on, you got to pick and choose those battles. Have a discussion with your father.
But I mean, that might be
your father behind that. That's extreme. First of all, I don't allow my kids to give me the silent treatment. You can try it. You can try it.
I feel like Mona.
I can agree. I
understand.
agree.
Like I get that, and I get that
But
part is
still do
complicated.
think that he's not necessarily completely wrong.
I personally don't. I think that if I wouldn't necessarily say you're going to get the silent treatment forever, but you definitely got to know that a line was crossed there. You know what I'm saying? And
then that's
is the silent treatment the solution though?
Right. I mean,
he could have went and said you crossed the line, but you're gonna cut off a relationship because he told somebody. First off, he said that he said it because he thought that he was dealing with an old man. He didn't, nobody had heard from him. He's not saying anything to anybody. He's not introducing. It's out of the norm.
That's an excuse, though.
He went into parental mode. Okay, now I need to ensure that my son is safe.
But even still, with that, what would the mother and the brother be able to say about him going and seeing an older guy?
Because he's 18. The guy's he was 18.
Because
he's legally an adult.
At the end of the day, who is he? Like, by him telling them, "Oh, well, I thought it was because he was seeing an older guy." What they gonna do?
He said something to them thinking maybe they know something, because sometimes with men they'll say, well, maybe he's told his mom, but he just didn't tell me.
But his
mother already knows.
Listen, have you ever heard of pillow talk? That's what husbands and wives do anyway.
But they weren't married. They're not married. They haven't been married.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, they're not together. Right. So all the more reason they can.
Even still, they got a good relationship.
His mother knows. Shoot.
Yes, they can see your hair.
I look at that and go, if I'm telling you something, if I tell you something, I'm telling you that thing in confidence. And if I'm asking you not to say something to somebody else, that my expectation is that you're not going to say something to somebody else.
I mean, but what trumped that was, it sounded like there was a bit of concern and he wasn't sure how to handle it. So that is why he reached out.
Then you better write a letter to somebody. Don't tell.
Well, the thing is, he didn't call a random family member. He called his mother. And the mother, she probably already knew his ass was gay anyway. Most mothers do.
But either way, it's still his. It's still his.
I would have been like, "You're doing all of this. I knew your ass was gay. Stop it."
I mean, listen. I would still feel some sort of way about it. Like I would be like, don't. I don't know if I would go full silent treatment.
I get it. Because it's a value.
I get it. It is boundaries, but he was more worried about his son than anything. I think he went in so it's like when you have that friend that be like, don't tell nobody because they're getting their ass whooped by their significant other, and you like, I'm torn because they told me not to tell, but I don't know what to do. Because if nobody knew where he was going, something could have happened to that dude, and then they'd have been looking at him like, well, you knew all along and you didn't say nothing.
Exactly, because there are
it's a double-edged sword
on people, because you don't know how he met the dude. You don't know if he met him online, because you got crazy people who meet people online just to do stuff to them.
I mean, I met Paul online.
Hey, what are you saying? You are talking a lot over there.
But I'm not talking to you, so mind your damn business, punk.
Nah, I want to hear what you're saying.
You're talking to everybody.
Yes.
We having an in-house conversation about what's going on. We talking about what we was talking about. But
hey, we supposed to be on here talking. You can talk to us. Siobhan can talk.
Well, Desi was talking too, because she's saying that it's wrong. So I'm trying to explain to her how parenting things is.
Right. Listen, and I understand that, and you guys, like, yes, parenting mode and parenting never stops. But I think that there are a couple of things to bring into this. One, the son is 18 years old, so the son is legally an adult.
So do he live on his own?
Yeah.
Because grown people got their own shit.
Listen, right? That don't. It don't. Legally.
Law, but if you living in my house, you still got my rules.
Legally, legally, the son is an adult.
Mona has entered the building.
Right. Legally, in the eyes of the law, the son is an adult. That being said, because in the eyes of the law, the son is the adult, if he wants to sleep with somebody 40, 50, 60, 75 years old, he can do that as an adult.
You can, but I'm going to be all in your business if you in my house. Like Papa Joe said on Scandal, I am the hell and the high water. God damn it.
Listen, and I understand that, but then you ask the questions. You know what I'm saying? As the father that knows, rather than being like, I'm going to go to X, Y, and Z to get information, you ask the question. You be the person to say.
His mama. The person who delivered him.
But Mama doesn't know the whole story. So why would you tell Mama information that Mama doesn't have because he's not comfortable talking to Mama about it?
Maybe he thought the mother knew.
That's no excuse.
Well, maybe that was more reason for him to tell the mother.
But that's no excuse.
Aunt Deborah has something to say. The matriarch wants to talk.
When it comes to safety.
I think the old man thing was an excuse anyway. Go ahead, Mom.
You do.
Mm-hmm.
First off,
It's possible.
first point is he put his father in that position because he should never have told him, don't tell me that I'm this way and then don't tell nobody else. You should have never put him in that position. That's a parent. And a parent is always going to be worried about their child, especially if somebody else is saying, well, hey, do you know what's going on about that? He's being a parent. So if he wanted to come out or whatever, he should have talked to somebody else, talked to one of your friends. But you can't tell your dad that, oh, I'm gay, but don't tell nobody else. That's like somebody telling me, well, this happened, but don't tell nobody else in the family.
He didn't tell somebody random. He told
his father.
You can't put him in a position to keep your secret, and he's your parent, and then he still has to deal with the mother, and you already.
He don't have to. They're divorced.
No, she's still gonna say something. Even though they divorced, she's still gonna have a problem. Like, so you knew, and you didn't say nothing all this time, and all you gonna say is, "Well, I kind of figured you already knew." I just.
It wasn't my. It wasn't my. You know what? All you say is it's not my information to tell.
But they all sounded worried about him. So that's why he ended up. So it's, he's the asshole, but he's not.
Because, the mother is sounding worried because she's never, she don't know what's going on. And he said something. As a parent, talking to another parent, you are going to discuss this stuff.
But here's the thing. They thought it was a girlfriend.
What happened was he had to decide who was going to be worse. What person am I going to feel the worst about not telling? Is it going to be him or is it going to be his mama? How is his mother going to react? And that's why he said something to his mother. He said, if something happened and I didn't tell this boy's mother, now I got to deal with her. And clearly, dealing with the mother was going to be way worse than dealing with his little ass not speaking. His little 18-year-old ass. And I don't believe
18. He'll get over it in a little bit.
Especially if it's one of them parents where if she say, oh, you knew before I did, you ain't tell me a year ago, and then that's the problem. And then before you know it now, the mother not talking to him no more.
Yep. Right. And then the one parent may have guilt if something happens. Like as a parent, your mind goes in so many different directions when it comes to your children.
I think this one is super complicated because I understand where y'all are coming from.
And
but
I get what you coming from too.
Do you though? No, folks.
I do, but I also I as someone who has been through, this, I also understand. Shut up, nigga. I also understand, that there's a few, because he probably was more comfortable telling his father than he was telling his mother for whatever reason that may have been. You know what I mean?
A drunk tongue is a truth tongue. Remember that.
True that.
Yeah.
So,
a drunk tongue speaks a sober mind.
Right. So he told his dad. Maybe he felt like telling his dad was a better fit. He said he wasn't, but he also mentions he wouldn't have told anybody if he hadn't been drunk.
Okay.
So I just think that
So maybe it worked out for the better that he did tell his father, because then it was able to soften some of the blow for his mother. For all you know, he could have been.
The parents, but his mother and his brother are mad because they didn't tell him. He didn't tell them, so they're mad so they're already mad.
Oh, okay then. So that's, you see what we saying, right? Now you see what we saying as parents.
It's okay. You get it, but you get both sides.
I do. I get both sides. I understand both sides.
The violation of trust. I totally get that as an individual, but the mother in me says, so what? That's what the mother in me said. So what? Get over yourself. That's still your father. So what? Everybody know you gay. Now what? You wasn't.
I think
raised
that's.
a
I think
Now
it's.
people know. Isn't the blow? Wouldn't it be easier? Now people know, and nobody's treating you any different. You know, unfortunately, everybody doesn't have that luxury where their family is that accepting. But the mother, she wasn't mad that he was gay. She was mad that he didn't tell her.
Yeah, everybody can't be as cool as us.
Apparently not. Because I need the address. I need a picture of him. I need a picture of his license plate.
Not you need all the information. Look, I don't care if you're gay. I just want to know who you.
I'm thinking people trying to hurt my child, trying to do hate crimes.
And I need to know
you a black man
who to track down while the cops looking. But I'm gonna try. Hey, Uncle Chucky.
Hey, Daddy.
Bad enough they don't want you got issues being a black man.
That's the patriarch, y'all. Okay, so we're gonna move on to the next one. And this one, okay, am I the asshole for telling my brother that his and his fiance's choices for their wedding are offensive and ridiculous? My brother is getting married, and he's excited to share details with us for the wedding. We all offered to help with whatever they needed. At first, I was excited to help until I find out what kind of thing the wedding will be. Now, not one person on my side of the family is excited to help with this planning and the wedding in general. First of all, in my family, we honor traditions. My brother claims he's non-traditional and neither is his fiancée, so tradition will play a small role in their wedding, but their wedding won't be centered around it. That means no traditional music or practices we have regarding the ceremony or even the reception. I told him it's shitty to do a non-traditional wedding when most of our family are people of tradition, and he shouldn't expect people to enjoy the wedding if it's like a club. He said that's not his problem to deal with, and that whoever doesn't like it can simply not attend. This pissed me off because weddings are also about families, and he doesn't seem to take our opinions into consideration at all. He also decided not to invite many relatives and chose to keep his budget low and decided to take relatives off the guest list so he could invite more friends. My mother, father, and I tried to talk him out of it, but he said the next time we are going to try to police what he'll do with the wedding, he'll consider removing us from the planning and anything related to the wedding. I tried to talk some sense into the bride, but she wouldn't give me a straight answer whenever I tried to speak to her. She would only say stuff like, "We will see," or "We will think about it." My brother cussed me out for trying to put his fiancée in an uncomfortable position and claimed that I'm trying to guilt trip and manipulate her. I told him I can't support and be okay with his wedding choices because that they are offensive to my family and that he is being ridiculous by removing everything traditional from it. He claims I'm an asshole. Well, sir, you are.
You are.
You are.
You are.
You a big asshole. Telling somebody what to do on their own wedding.
Do they win?
I get it.
Was he paying for it?
I mean,
sound like it.
It don't matter. It don't matter whether you're paying. Here's my thing. It doesn't matter whether they're paying. Who's paying for the wedding? If you said, "I'm going to help you with the wedding," or "I'm going to help you pay for the wedding," that means, but it's still mine. It's still my wedding.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yes,
Right.
but so this is why I say if they was paying for it, then it could be a thought, just a thought, not necessarily me saying this is what you're saying to me is going to happen. It's literally just a thought, and then I can go back and say, "Well, I thought about it." And I'm gonna continue doing what I want to do.
So
it could be one of those moments.
What was the offensive part of the wedding? I missed that part.
Because he didn't want traditional.
He didn't want to have a traditional wedding.
And that's your right.
He wanted to turn up.
Yeah, he wanted to have fun, and something.
He
You got family members that don't make it fun. So you be like, they're not coming.
Okay, so Casey Odom says the bride and groom should do what they want. It's their wedding. The family probably knows, and they're already somewhat untraditional anyway. So here's the thing. Like, I feel like this. If Jackie, you ain't shit. Anyway, I feel like, hi, Casey. Casey says hi to everybody.
Hello.
Hey.
Jackie said, I feel like this. If I'm having a wedding, I want to have the wedding that I want to have. If you want to help support me in that wedding, by all means, you can come and help support. But that doesn't mean that you get to dictate the things that I do at my wedding.
Right. And if you pay, because sometimes people think, well, because I paid, I want to invite these people who the person wasn't even invited. I've seen that before too.
Like, I look at it like this. Like, in Mom, I think you and Jackie, because you've done a wedding, and I'll ask this. How much input did you have on that wedding?
That's not a fair question. Who you asking that to?
To Mom.
Mom or Jackie?
I'm asking Mom because Mom helped with the wedding.
No.
Mom did
the wedding. Jackie didn't really. It's
okay.
not a fair thing because Jackie cared zero.
I cared about the party.
So
I cared about the after. I didn't care about nothing.
She didn't care nothing about.
No, you know what? I didn't care about nothing but food and music.
Yeah,
So-
we had good food and good music.
So at the end of the day, what you cared about was, the party part of it. Mom, you let Mom do everything else.
I mean,
Yeah.
she what she wanted. She wanted.
Yeah, but that's the truth, Jason. Jackie didn't care about none of that. She
Nope.
was like, I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care.
So then the question. So let's take a look at this a different way. You know what I mean? Like, because I don't think the rest of us had any of the rest of us have had a wedding. I think
I'm married. What are you?
you're married, but did you guys have a wedding?
You got like
I
married.
tried. You know what? I'm not gonna lie. So I tried to to plan a wedding, and after week 2, I was like, "Fuck this shit." It was a lot of work.
Exactly. It's way too much. So
It
I
is.
let mommy handle everything. She could do it all.
Yeah.
All I said is I want a barbecue, and of course, Mom was like, "Barbecue? Want barbecue at a wedding?" Yes, that's what I
Yeah.
want.
Yeah.
I
because-
We black. Don't nobody want no what you
I
call
didn't
that?
want that extra bougie stuff. They can keep that.
She didn't want no vegetables either. How
She
about
wanted
that?
pate at the wedding.
I didn't mention no vegetables except for green.
Yes, you did. It's good.
So essentially,
Yeah,
Mom, you got to plan the wedding the way you wanted the wedding to go.
No, I planned it what she wanted.
She didn't want
wanted
nothing.
barbecue. She got barbecue.
She got barbecue. She didn't want a wedding cake, so she
Yeah,
did.
so I made a red velvet for her and the other one, and then
Yo, guess what, y'all? One of the cousins is in the chat.
who?
Candace.
Oh, hey, Candace.
Candace, we want to get you on here one time.
Yeah, like look. So I tried to plan the wedding. All it took was when they said, "Well, what colors you want for the groomsmen and the bridesmaids?" And I was like, "I don't know. I don't know." I said, "I like the wine. I like wine colored dresses." And then after a while, I was like, "I gotta find. I don't want to do this
When
I
was
gotta-
you planning this wedding? How come I wasn't told about this?
because you are not the end all, buddy."
First of all, who gonna give you away? Because I wasn't.
I was giving
Yes,
my
you
stuff
was.
away.
I don't know why you said nothing lie.
Mona, I'm happy to give you to anybody who wants you. So if anybody on here listening, please come get her.
Ooh, JR. JR, I'm
Make
telling
sure
you.
you got a passport.
We
I
taking
told Mona,
applications.
JR, I'm gonna snatch her and drag her down the aisle, and before they say, "Do you get this?"
Yes, just take her.
I'm gonna drag her by her arm and her feet down the aisle. Please take away from us.
Let me tell y'all my cauliflower fried rice.
Yeah, see, she
Ooh, I
can
knew you
cook
was
as well
cooking
too.
something.
So if y'all watching, she can cook.
Yes, she can, and you just make her cook, cause she will
Really
stop.
down.
Bring your passport and your A game and your application.
And your checkbook. Listen, and your checkbook, because we don't do broke over here.
Yeah, we do
It would be nice
sometimes.
if we know how to repair stuff at home.
Oh
You know,
shit.
can do stuff around the house like I need, like fix a fence, fix a toilet, paint.
It's like you need to marry Bookman.
Not Bookman.
Look, Booker wasn't bad looking. I put Booker fat ass on a diet.
Mona, damn it.
Y'all is off the chain today.
Okay, here's another wedding related one. Am I the asshole for uninviting my fiance's mother to our wedding behind her back?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Wait. You gotta
If
hear
you gonna
the
do
whole
what you
thing.
gotta
You gotta hear the whole thing.
It be a twist. And you be
So
like,
my fiance has cystic fibrosis. In a recent
cystic fibrosis.
fibrosis. In the recent few years, his health has gone
We're
downhill.
gonna need you to Google this shit before you come in here.
James!
You have to at least pronounce the shit right.
Shut up!
Mona, Candace said you need a handyman. She agrees with you.
Right.
My fiance has cystic fibrosis. In the recent few years, her health has gone downhill, and she is currently on the waiting list for a double lung transplant. We are due to get married in April. The problem is her mother, who has been abusive and controlling towards my fiance her entire life. They are fighting almost all of the time, and even though I've told my partner that she needs to cut her mom off for good, she refuses to. She has invited her mom to our wedding, which I think is a terrible idea. A week ago, my fiance came home from visiting her mom crying her eyes out. She said that she and her mom got into yet another petty argument and that her mom told her that she hopes she dies during surgery. There is no way in hell I was just going to let that slide. So I phoned her mom up without letting my fiance know and pretty much yelled at her mom and told her she's no longer invited to the wedding and that she needs to stay the F away from my fiance. My partner wasn't happy when she found out what I said. She said that it isn't my business and I need to let her deal with her mom herself. I told her that I'm sick of seeing her get manipulated over and over again and that I don't understand why she keeps forgiving her mom. She finally explained that she was scared of dying with her and her mom on bad terms and that leaving her mom feeling guilty. I tried telling her that it's stupid to let her mom treat her like shit just because of that, but she won't listen. She just told me to mind my business. So this is a lot. Because here's the deal. Huh? Yeah, this one is a lot. Because
they shouldn't even get married.
Yeah, that's how I feel. Because the mom is going to keep coming at her like that, and she don't want him to fix it. But I'm not going to lie. That's what men do. Or the other spouse. They want to try to fix it because they don't want to see that person in pain. And all you're doing is just reliving pain over and over.
Or are those two women?
Oh, no, it's a man and a woman.
But it don't matter. Like, two women, if you see your significant other being mistreated by somebody, family or not, you're going to want to step in and be like, hey, I've done it. And I dared somebody. I said, I'll call if y'all want me to, but y'all ain't going to like me after this, and I don't care.
Because at first I was a strong yes. Because
it's difficult because the young lady, the one person has a terminal illness and does not want to be, pass away and be on bad terms with her day mother.
But why is the mom okay with being on bad terms and knowing that your daughter is
right? But the daughter knows who the mom is and how she is, and she still made the decision to say, you know what, that my mother, I know who my mother is, but when I leave this earth, I want to know, I need to make sure that I'm on good terms with my mother. And so you have to honor that.
But are you really on good terms with your mother if you're crying when you leave?
Yeah, but that's okay.
But she knows who her mother is.
But that's
her day.
Wants to do that. The child does not have to say, even on her deathbed, the child can say, "I've done the best I can. I haven't. I'm not causing this, and I'm allowing you to forgive or forget. But it's not going to be my reason as to why we aren't speaking. It's going to be on you, and I get it. You don't want your your mother to say, "Oh, well, she ain't like me no way," and then you got to live with that guilt the rest of your life. She's trying to be the bigger person and show that, hey, we can get through this, and I don't have to be mean to you because you're mean to me.
Yep.
But as the person
Very
on the,
well said, Auntie.
that is well said. But I also think that like
I am petty to the fullest with
it's not, to me, it's not even a matter of being petty, it's being protective. If Mama, real talk, if you told me I hope you die, that's the last conversation we ever gonna have.
I totally think the mother was wrong. But the bottom
think it
line
all
is
depends
your
on the
mother can't be
context.
replaced.
Ain't no context that you could say I hope you die
Look
in.
how hard you little devil's advocates.
We can't come back from that.
What this all seems to me is parents can treat you like shit. And you can't really say anything else back because everybody's going to go back to the fact that they're the parent. But at the end of the day, it's still all about respect. So if I have a terminal illness or if you have a terminal illness and you're constantly making someone stressed, you're not making it easier on them. You're making it harder. So either way it goes, at the end of the day, she's wrong. I mean, the guy is correct in my head because until you can get it together, I'm not going to tell you that you can't come, but you won't be present. I'll give you a Zoom link. And by all means, you can be present by that way, but you won't physically be there because I feel like you're not going to be there for support. You're going to be there and hinder. You're going to do more bad than you are going to do good. Now, if you can show me something different leading up to said date and you're like, you act like you got your together, then okay, maybe we can go ahead and work something out. But as of right now, it states that your invitation has been revoked, and we'll talk about it later.
Yep. Yes. What she said.
I think okay. So I think he's an asshole for doing it behind her back.
I thought he did it in her face.
No, he did it behind her back, and then told
behind the mate's back.
Behind the mate's back.
But
I also think he had a good reason for doing it the way that he did it, because if she's, and I get what you're saying, Mom talking about being, trying to be the bigger person, and you want to be the person that I've done all the things that I could, but as the partner of that person, I'm not going to sit back and watch somebody hurt you over and over and over and over again. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, who's the one picking up the pieces?
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm the one picking up the pieces because she shatters you over and over again. If you tell me, I hope you die in surgery, the game is over. We don't have nothing else to discuss. I would then be able to go to my grave knowing I did the best that I could in that situation. And I don't need your energy, your negative energy in my life causing me further harm. My job is to get well.
I get what you're saying, and that's a hard one. And I think because for me, because my mother is no longer here, it's hard to just be so harsh about it.
Right. I think that I understand that, but I also don't think. I think we are blessed with a family that doesn't have that. No one in our family would ever say some stuff like that.
Yeah, that's some harsh stuff. I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm not saying.
Lately, we've been here having some.
Did you see all the different faces like this?
What?
Okay.
There's been some teeter-tottering on those same words.
It's like they on the edge.
I have heard some. That's why I don't nobody like you.
It literally depends on the context of the child or something.
Listen, I don't
say some things. Hold on, a parent might say something to
Candace said, "Here y'all go."
Now, I will say that for a parent to say that, they have always had a challenging relationship.
Yeah.
Because for you to say that to your dying child, I just couldn't imagine.
I don't think that they're, but
maybe not the dying.
Because that's fucked up. Just imagine if she went to surgery and died. The mother would feel real fucking stupid.
Maybe if she
maybe
has a heart.
something was wrong with the mother a little bit more than we know.
Right. I mean, to me, I personally think that there needs to be some serious counseling happening on that side.
Bipolar.
Yeah, she could have had something seriously wrong with her.
Or she could be a Gemini.
That, or she could be. Listen, because you know how them Geminis be.
That's talking about your aunt, though.
Did you say Gemini?
Listen, we know how Geminis can be.
Look how mommy looking.
Geminis can do that.
Looking.
I'm just saying.
Ooh, Candace, I wish she was on here.
Send her the thing.
I'm about to send her the Zoom link.
I'm just saying, you know.
Candace is like, I'm not fooling with y'all.
I mean, you never know what's going on, you know, with the mother. She could have been drunk.
And listen, ain't that much drunk in the world.
No,
Well,
she could have
she
been
wasn't
multiple
drunk because
things.
if you remember, they kept saying that they always had problems her whole life. So this was always been going on with them.
Or it could have been mental health issues.
And I was like, I think they need to see a therapist for real. And try to work, and the mom needs therapy on her own, because here's the thing, there in order for you to really say to somebody, I hope you die during surgery, there has to be a level of hatred there that, like, that's because you could say,
you can't
you
even
know,
joke with that. That's not even something you would joke with and play.
Right. It's like,
that's gone beyond the extreme.
That's fighting words.
because, like, listen, there's a difference.
Joke a lot.
Real talk, there's a difference between that's why don't nobody in the family like you and I hope you die. It's a whole that's a whole different situation.
Those are fighting words. If somebody tell you, I hope you die on the operating table. Oh,
That means, like,
with me, bitch.
real talk, if somebody said that is the last conversation that we are ever having. Period. Point blank. End of story.
In my head, that's something that's probably been thought of before, and they just never had the chance to say it, and then they used that opportunity to say it. So, get your hand out my camera,
girl. At least you had a hand. I had a whole face.
But I don't know. It's to me that's a different level of.
There she
disrespect.
go. Oh, she connected.
Candace is in the building.
Again.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I don't see you.
You gotta
I
put
see
your
her name across
Wi-Fi.
the screen.
There she
What's
go.
up, cousin?
Y'all silly. What's going on with the people? I tell you.
I got a kid coming to say hi.
Hi, Peyton.
So
Girl, get out my camera.
God, for those who don't know, this is Candace.
We got our cousin.
Another cousin.
It's another cousin.
It's a lot of us.
It's a gang of us.
Let's keep going. It's gonna be a whole 50-hour show. We keep it up. They'll be like, good Lord. And then they're gonna be happy because they're gonna see what good families do, how we get along. We can be big and still be good.
Yep.
But I mean, like one of the things that I love about this family is that, like, A, it is big and we are all connected. You know what I mean? Like, we have there's so much love in this family. Like, that's why I said that you know, am I the asshole? I couldn't imagine it coming from one of us. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't imagine that happening in that manner. Cause we gonna talk about it.
I don't feel like somebody should have said that. Like, you know, even if it wasn't your child, you couldn't even do that to one of your own cousins or a niece. You know, that's bad. You know,
I might say, I hope you step on a rock.
That's crazy.
Right, it's harsh.
Yeah,
it's very harsh.
Like, I get why the fiance was defending the guy was defending his fiance. Right. But I get why she got mad, because it's like I said, we can talk about each other, but don't let nobody else come around and talk about each other. Don't let nobody else, bother you. You can, and I'm using you for an example. JR and Jerry can fight day and night, but let Joe Burrow come in there and try to fight Jerry, and it's gonna be a problem.
Everybody's jumping in. Listen, it's all going down.
My family is
after he gets
different, okay?
After he gets
we don't play games like that. It's you're not just finna be out here talking noise on any of us.
And
You'll
that
catch
goes
it from
for
all sides.
physically and socially. Because
Listen,
we hop on social media,
on the
hop
internet or in person, you could get it.
Let me tell you right now, I'm the only one that can stab JR. Anybody else, and I'm coming.
Oh my God. Really?
First of all,
We're gonna talk about this stabbing JR again.
No, you're not. That's in the past. I'm the only one that can do that. But if somebody
no, the hell
gets
you cannot.
call me.
You know, I'm gonna go shopping all my knives right now because next weekend I'm stabbing your ass.
No, you not. You love me. You love me oh so much. And your niece is asking for Robux.
So you better get her them Robux.
Till I lost internet service.
She knows you still on JR. Just stop it.
So I got one more. That we're gonna do this last one, and then we have one more segment, and then we're gonna go. This is an extra extended episode because we got Candace in the building.
Yay!
Candy ball.
Oh.
We're gonna have to add Candy to the duo to the private group chat too.
They done got in the car. Where
Candace
are
be
you
too
going?
damn busy.
Candace, where you going?
I'm going to pick up my stepson
and talking to us.
from work.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I told y'all this is like the hour when Jason reached out. I'm like, I'm cooking, bathing, but welcome to mom life. It's a lot going on in my house.
Well, I'm glad you took a shower before you left out the house. I'm proud of you.
No, not bathing me, bathing the little ones.
Oh,
like this. Don't try to
Hey,
bathe
man.
playing with JR.
You still
Speaking of, I got one waking up right now.
Hey man, that's on you. I don't have those problems no more.
Listen, I've never had them.
We waiting on you to have
That's an easy
them.
fix.
Yes,
Yeah.
Jason.
Listen, what did Destiny's Child say? No, 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 no.
So okay, so what's the next one, Jason?
Okay, so we're gonna end on a lighter note. I'm using a throwaway because A, this is ridiculously embarrassing, and B, several other people involved are on Reddit. I am 19 and my family is close friends with the neighbor's family and have been since at least my mother was around my age. I got invited to a wedding halfway across the country for some cousin of theirs that I had never met. And we drove to Nebraska in a convoy to attend. Some of my folks booked hotel rooms, but I wound up staying at this large farmhouse and sleeping in a guest room. The night before the wedding, I was eating dinner with them in the farmhouse, and there were a lot of corn dishes. The food didn't entirely agree with me, but I ate dinner politely, hung around the evening, and took to my room. Around 4 a.m, I wake up with stabbing pains in my bowels. I make my way over to the restroom and begin a difficult struggle to pass this thing. Not normally prone to constipation, but hoo boy, this was bad. Eventually, I passed this virtual brick of shit as thick as my wrist. After checking to make sure I hadn't ruptured anything, I tried to flush it, but it was too thick to go down the narrow opening. I got some work gloves and broke it up manually before trying to flush it again. Then the toilet wouldn't flush. I got a plunger and tried to unclog the thing, but no dice. Long story short, a plumber had to be called, and the house owner, my buddy's great uncle, started asking me why I wanted to destroy his toilet. Looking back, I think I might have been joking, but I was in pain and embarrassed, and at the time, it certainly felt like he was getting on my case. I told him it was because of his lousy cooking that I had this doom turd, and if anything, it was his fault, really. It made the wedding awkward, and I've gotten a few comments from members of their family that I'm more personally close with that I should apologize to the great uncle. Have I been the asshole?
I mean,
You know,
Yes.
stop these people toilet up with a log. And
Well,
then
the food
talk
didn't
shit.
agree with him.
I mean, he tried to break it up so
Tell him put some water on that
disgustingly.
damn-
but-
That's fucked up because they should have told him the toilet was broke before he even went in there.
Hey, that
Right.
ain't nothing but Ezel and Smokey, okay? He
Now,
should
that
have
sound
went
like
on the
Dumb and
side of
Dumber.
the
Remember
house.
when he went
Well,
in
he
and
Yes,
said it
Dumb
was
and
late in
Dumber.
the night. Everybody was asleep.
I'm wondering what the hell he ate because I don't have to go to where they went to Minnesota or something.
They were in Nebraska.
It was
Yeah,
all
remind me
that
not to go
daggone
there.
corn. That corn got to him.
Listen,
He ain't going
that
to sing corn.
He said
was
he had
funny.
One big one. There's no courtesy flush with a big one.
Yeah, but there are a lot of grunts in between there.
He called it a doom turd, y'all.
Hold on, but look. So the strange thing is, technically, if you think about it, it wasn't their cooking, because if he was constipated before they're cooking anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
He just had a hard time getting it out. That's what it was.
They shouldn't have threw his ass in that room. They should have told, hey man, don't use this toilet.
He shouldn't have had alcohol. He should have just drunk some water.
Or some apple juice.
Or took it, got an enema. How about that?
You need some water with lemon.
Or some apple juice. That would have did it too.
Oh.
Listen, it was a stress. He didn't know the signs. It was a stressful situation. So do y'all? I personally think, literally, he's the asshole.
Yeah.
He's literally, you stupid, Jason.
And he gave him his whole asshole to kiss too.
You ain't supposed to tell them it's your terrible cooking is the reason why I told your toilet up.
You're not gonna blame me.
He came at him though.
You're not gonna blame me for your fucked up cooking.
Listen, all he had to do was go get a bucket of water and pour it in there. It would have went down.
No, it wouldn't. Where you get that from?
They said a plumber had to be called.
A plumber had to be
Oh,
call.
they got bad pipes. It sounds like they need to not be in Nebraska any damn way.
Sound like he's the only one with bad pipes.
Wait, Ma, what you saying?
It ain't had nothing to do with him. His pipes was already messed up.
Right. Yeah, I was gonna say the septic tank is probably out in the country, and the septic tank is probably not that strong. But I don't think he the asshole because that's something I would do.
Don't come to my house with that bullshit.
Kid is gonna be like, listen, yo, your toilet, listen, your food was messy, was terrible, and your toilet is not up to snuff. So this is not my fault.
Therefore, you should not be cooking that food knowing your toilet ain't shit.
No, your toilet is not shit. Your toilet is terrible.
Yes.
Your toilet can't hold shit. How about that?
It's
If
not
they-
poop approved.
Been cooking that corn for a long time. They probably had corn backed up in there for years.
Child, he said it was a bunch of corn dishes. Listen, now it's Nebraska. I ain't never been to Nebraska, but I know that's where the cornfields is be at.
Good Lord, that is.
If you might not want to go to Nebraska, you're a little dark skin.
Yeah, we can't go, Jason. We can't go.
I mean, actually, that's true. I've been to Omaha before. Omaha's fine.
A certain part, right? Not.
Listen, I keep trying to tell y'all, don't sleep on the Midwest with Negroes. There's black folks all over the place around here.
And the Klan still too.
That is
Now
true.
they ain't like Seattle up in Washington up that way.
Look, when
The Klan was more prevalent in the South.
and found out that they like a little New York, I ain't complaining about nothing.
What happened?
Oh.
We were coming back from South Dakota and we drove through Iowa.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I drove through Iowa when I was going to Chicago. Yeah, it is.
Yes, Iowa. Listen, don't Des Moines.
I don't know where I hit. I was tired and I was driving by myself.
It's black folk everywhere. Like
Basic.
we out here. I remember the first time I just knew when I moved out here that I was gonna be like, ain't gonna be nothing but 6 black folk out here. I came through here and I was like,
and you make number 7.
I was like, we went to this one restaurant. I was like, oh, it's niggas here.
What you say? Hey Sam. Hey Sam.
Now that reminds me of the comedian. He said he went out to a different country and they ain't see no black people. He said I had to go on a vacation to find them. I had to look for them. He said it was like a hunt trying to find black people.
You ain't got listen. That's a whole district, the 18th and Vine out here. That's where jazz was born.
It do sound ghetto.
18th and Vine.
Hell yeah.
That sound like New York. Jay Shay said that sound like Philly.
What 18th and Vine?
Yes,
sir. So you know what? If you want to find black people, go to any street, MLK, Malcolm X.
Yep.
They always on that
Or
street.
the number street.
We live around the corner from Malcolm X Boulevard.
Look, Michelle, the number streets is where the niggas are.
You right.
The famous black people.
So listen, here's the thing about Kansas City that I don't understand. So this is the place only place I've been to where a street will stop and it'll be a house right in the middle, and then it pick up in the house backyard. Like if you are 82nd Street, like on my street, there's a field and stuff, like a house and then a field, and then it picks back up further down the road.
You know why? It's probably because the homeowners didn't want to sell their land, so they didn't buy the, so they wasn't trying to sell their land. So what they did was they just picked the street up on the other side because they wasn't trying to sell their land.
And it's like that all over the place around here. I'm like,
yeah, they just take your damn land.
Some states they can. DC, one of them.
That's the Midwest. Isn't that considered the Midwest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So people own like a lot of land probably before they started making the roads.
Yeah, but I mean, like I said, in down there for Big Bethel Road, they took the land.
But that's a Commonwealth state. Virginia, they rough like that. Like DC, you don't own your land, so if they want to push you out, they kind of can. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So
I don't think you can do that out there.
So we got one more little topic I want to talk about. It's Valentine's Day week. It's love week.
Ain't no love. I hate her.
Oh, where that finger?
Please give us the finger.
Where's the finger, Siobhan?
What did he say? Because I wasn't listening.
See, I caught off guard. I told you I love you. That's what I said. That's that Southeastern right there.
Listen, Candace, we was on the chat one time, and JR said something, and all of a sudden, you see this finger come out of nowhere, and it was like, say one more thing.
She just need a hug.
Well, hug her. She right beside you.
So, okay, actually, I have two things. One is for the ladies. It's just for the women. Sorry, JR.
Here you go with this bullshit again. You did that same shit last week.
This is just for the women. Because we in Black History Month as well.
Today. I identify as a woman today.
Okay, well, fine. So, that's fine then. If you want to identify as a woman, you can answer the question too. What is your favorite part about being a Black woman? And I'm going to start with the matriarch.
I can't answer that.
Mom, I didn't think you could answer that. Mom.
What? What is what?
What is your favorite part about being a Black woman?
I don't know.
Moving on, the matriarch has spoken.
Mona?
Shay says he loves our strength.
Our style, our strength. Everybody wants to copy us, be us. They don't want to. They want to be us, and they don't want to be us. They don't want our struggle, but they want our lips. They want our hair. They want our nose. They want our style.
Well, Mona ain't got no ass, so they don't want that. They already got the white girl's ass.
I need to. What's the Kardashian that has?
And our resilience. Look, this is perfect that you asked me that. Look at my shirt.
She got it.
Yep, Black women are
dope. Period.
Yes.
All right, CC.
If you're an athlete, you gonna find your white woman.
It's for the women. Stop talking. Mute yourself.
CC.
What do I like about being a Black woman?
Mm-hmm. What's your favorite thing about being a Black woman?
I think just our swag in general, our culture, and just how we vibe, our music rhythm, and the food we eat. I just like how we come together and how
Why
we
you
just.
sound so damn depressed? You better put some pep in your step.
You supposed to say, "Black woman, here I am, hit me raw."
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm
mute yourself.
I like all of it. Like I just like how we just come together and we just vibe and just we just walk sometimes. I mean, sometimes it can be a little too much, but you just walk in and it's just this vibe of like, you know what I'm saying? Like my people. And it's just, I don't know. Sometimes it just feels like, it just feels home. I just like how it feels like home.
And now, me.
Okay, Mom.
I think what I like about being a Black woman is our struggle and our history. Down through the years, it has always been the strength of a Black woman that has kept the family together, that has, did the progression of how things go. We are the, we are the backbone because we push our men, our black men to do, to do certain things, even when they give up. We have that strong shoulder that they can come to, they can lean on, they can cry on. The swag and everything is that, but the struggle, because we understand the struggle, we are able to hold things together and hold things up. And I like that being a black woman, because not everybody can do that. Not every race can do that, but we can.
Okay, Jerry?
Hold up, wait a minute. Are you going in chronological order? Because that means you missed me.
No, I didn't miss. I wasn't going in chronological order.
Oh, okay.
So Candace said, "What you won't do."
Let Candace go.
Candace, go ahead.
No, because Michelle ought to go then if that's the case. So I'm gonna wait my turn.
I think it's in the order that he see on the screen.
It was in the order that I see on the screen. But go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, Candace.
Candace got something to say.
No, I was just because I agree with everything that has already been said. But the only addition I would add is what I enjoy most is the tradition of passing down recipes and cooking. Like, I just think that, like, as far as Black women are concerned, like, our kids, our families will never go hungry because there's somebody within our families that can throw down. So
listen, and can make something out of nothing. You hear me?
That's right.
Exactly. Pull that thing together.
Right.
All right, Michelle.
Okay, thank you. Well, pretty much what everyone has already said, but strength and endurance, not taken away from any other. Okay, but as far as Black women throughout the years, our strength and endurance. If you go back through the history of Black history, of kids being taken away, having to, deal with, all kinds of different struggles, and really, being at the bottom, we don't act like we at the bottom. We know we are not at the bottom. We are certainly at the top. And you see that through the strength of Black women. And that's the one that I love. I love that part. And also the backbone of of what my beliefs, having my beliefs, because I done been through a lot of struggles, but the struggles have not been me. I have pressed through, and I've seen that in other women as well. We have pressed through and been able to endure struggles. So that's what I like.
Okay, Jerry.
Here.
Yes, cheers to that.
Jerry, what about you?
Well, I like the fact that we can be versatile in anything, like as far as hair, clothing, and that, like, if we have to adapt to something, we will adapt and make it better. Like, with our hair, I love the fact that a lot of people have stopped. Get out of, oh my God.
Did he just give you the? Did he just do the booby thing?
No, I don't know. Lord, no. I love my baby. That's all I'm gonna say. But I love it.
How we love our children and discipline them at the same time.
Yeah, like, I love you, but I will choke you out and then ask you if you want a sandwich at the same time.
What tell you? Do you want a sandwich?
And then I'm open the door.
That's
You
how
hungry?
we say we sorry. You hungry?
You hungry?
Yep. I made some popcorn.
Right.
I want to hurt my own hand like that.
But, like, have you ever noticed, like, you remember I had the bush and now I got braids, and I could walk out with a weave down to my butt. and
You're not gonna do that.
No, I'm not. Thank God y'all know me. I might do it for one night.
Here comes JR. Go ahead.
If you do it, I'm gonna have something to say.
Ain't nobody think about you. We gonna rock it together. I'm gonna get you a weave too. You gonna have a weave. I'm gonna make sure you get a weave too, Baldy.
First of all, if I want to put a weave on, I just look at the picture like I'm doing right now with your ass. The same thing.
We don't look alike. Shut up.
Okay, and Jackie. Jackie said, "What I love is how carrying this damn baby."
Jackie trying to deal with the baby. I can't hear you, Jackie.
You are
muted.
muted.
Hold on, but calm down. My bad. So listen, it's always at least one time a night. It's okay. I'm okay with being that one. I love the fact that one, our experiences is not something that has held us back. Our experiences is something that has definitely lifted us up and made us continue on. I also love the fact that we are trendsetters. Okay, have always been, whether it be clothes, body parts,
yes,
look, whatever. Period. We've always been trendsetters. So those are things that I absolutely love. I also absolutely love, especially when it comes to our family, that we know a lot of times people don't know how to stick with what they say and go on about their business. Like, that's something that we tend to do a lot, is we keep we're all strong-willed. We do what needs to be done, but we also know how to do it professionally. Still get our point across, but keep it 100, okay? So those are all things that I love as far as, being of darker pigmentation.
Okay, so now I'm gonna flip this.
Wait, what?
You are light bright in this house, in this family.
I'm talking about having it.
So I'm gonna flip this, and I would like to ask the ladies to mute their phones.
I'm gonna do like JR.
And
right,
as
gonna keep chiming in because like he was doing.
JR, because this is Black Women Week, and we got Black women. JR, what is your favorite thing about Black women? Don't do it. Don't do it.
You did not.
You talking about some don't do it? I'm about to say not a goddamn thing. I'm about to get on OJ's list.
All right, you're gonna get that finger.
Right.
Everybody's scared of that damn thing.
See it. It's in the corner.
It's in the corner.
I mean, basically, it's the same thing y'all said. It's, I can't say nothing they said at all.
Good answer.
Okay.
There's nothing to say.
I will say something.
I'm interested, JR. Hold up. I'm interested
JR, be
in you in
specific. Say
particular.
some
Yeah, like what
specific
are
things.
you? What do
You
you
grew up in a
love
house
the
full
most?
of women.
I didn't like y'all growing up, so
You loved us. Shut up.
Right.
y'all
Jerry
tortured
used to do
me.
your homework.
What?
Wait, I did?
Jerry used to do your homework. I used to buy you clothes
Man, I was like 12.
and sneakers.
And Michelle used to watch us.
And y'all used to do what? Torture me and beat me, so it was payback.
You tortured us. You just got
Right. The nerve.
You said somebody tortured you.
Ain't nobody
I did.
tortured.
JR, you tortured me. So what is it? What goes around comes around.
I am the victim here.
Are you?
Didn't you watch the R. Kelly thing?
Are you? So I will answer.
You have gone too far because ain't nobody R. Kelly you.
Right.
You have gone too far. We will not be bringing those names up. We're not supposed to be saying names.
So
Yeah,
here's my
nasty,
answer, and maybe this will help JR.
Thank you, Jason.
This will help you come up with something. I think, along with everything that everyone else said, but also the elegance.
Who?
The elegance. Black women have a way of elevating a room that they are in. You know what I mean? It is when and you come in and there is this, like Selene said, the swag and that style and just being, especially when you know your worth and you know what you bring to the table, there's just this level of inner beauty that comes out. It's almost like, I like to I don't want to say goddess, because I know a lot of us have, that's religious overtones, but
I feel like that tone. I like it. I'm fine with it.
There's this goddess energy that is, you will bow down to me and what I say. You will, there is just this and this beauty that comes from Black women that is in the struggle, and it is in the, you know, the heartache and the pain and the things that come, you know, in that expression. But it's also, I've done it all. I've been through it, but I don't look like what I've been through. I don't act like what I've been through. You know what I mean? And and that comes from that pain and that heartache and that having to be the backbone. You know, Black women are the most resourceful women on the planet. They will make a way out of no way.
That's thanks to the government and them stimulus checks. No, I'm fucking with you.
Oh, if you don't shut up. You a dumbass.
I can't stand you.
Look, J-Lo always gotta give comic relief. Always
He
gotta
know.
give comic
Because
relief.
every time Siobhan say something, she be like, what you say? I said, I love you. I said, I love you.
And
It's
just so
alright,
you
Jay.
know, I didn't get a stimulus check.
Must be, listen.
Well, that's because your ovaries dried up.
Oh my God.
Did you just see that?
You can do it, Mona. Say it.
I don't want to say it because it's real. It's vulgar. I'm not gonna say it.
We're going to leave.
Send that to me.
I'm a mute
Hey,
myself
Ann.
to say it.
How are you?
I want to hear. Come on, Mona.
Damn it, I missed it. What she say? I couldn't
say
I
it.
couldn't read her lip.
I tried. Just type it in the chat, Mona.
Now, listen, y'all is a mess. I love y'all so much. So we almost at 2 hours, so we're gonna try to get to the 2 hour mark, and then we're gonna cut it. So I have one more thing that I wanted to do. It is Love Week, and we've talked about our love for Black women. Let's talk about now for, you know, ending this Love Week on let's talk about relationships. And what do you think your secrets to a healthy relationship are? Now, Mona, we know.
I was gonna say, y'all know I don't have no relationship.
Don't worry about next week. We gonna get you in one if we keep talking about you right now.
Yeah, she's a
They
good
gonna be
cook.
there.
Listen,
Yeah,
next
I'm a
week
cook.
we're gonna find some eligible bachelors.
Don't keep telling me I'm a good cook, because then they ain't gonna want to take me out to dinner.
Damn it, Mona. You gotta
I like to
reel
be
them in
wined
first.
and dined.
We're gonna
Real
find some
men
eligible
first.
bachelors. Next week on the Cousins, we're gonna have the dating game with Mona.
Oh Lord. All right, well, I gotta tell Mike and
I feel
Tess to
bad
join.
for them.
No.
I gotta tell Mike
we
and
don't-
Tess to join.
No.
And just don't rub the hair on her arms, or y'all gonna be in trouble.
What?
But just so y'all know, it's my second anniversary, so that's Lou.
Oh yes, anniversary this weekend, Jason.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
Mine was yesterday,
How many
and Mom's is
years?
tomorrow.
Congratulations, Jay.
Say how many years, Deborah?
42.
Ooh.
Wow,
Ooh.
congrats. 42
Listen, 42 years.
How
How?
many years, Jason?
We are
Jason, how
years
many years?
shy.
We are 13 years.
Go,
Y'all ready?
girl.
Uh-oh.
Mommy, who was number 13? I don't know no number 13. But I know number 42. Number 42 was Jackie Robinson.
Wait,
Who?
what? Wait,
I
what?
need y'all to get y'all Black
Me and
History
Shay,
Month
we
and shit
trying to get
together.
goals. We
Y'all
trying
know
to
who
have our
Jackie
Deborah
Robinson
goals.
is?
We
So,
trying to have
Deborah,
your
you've been
goals.
married
We
42,
we
42
halfway there.
years. Yeah,
You
what
said what
is,
you say, Candace?
what's the secret?
What's the
I said,
secret?
She been married 42 years. What's the secret?
Yeah.
Where's Uncle Chucky?
Keep coming home at night.
He's home.
Deborah, where's Uncle Chucky?
Chucky!
He gotta come in for this one too.
He gonna say no.
Thank you, and we do this every week. So come on and hang out with the Cousins.
The
that?
military.
It's Ann. Everybody say hey, Ann.
Tanika watching.
Hi,
Hey,
Ann.
Hey, Tanika.
Oh, Tanika's there too. I can't see who's in the room, but I can say hey to everybody. Hey, Tanika.
Oh, and Shay's brother Chris is watching too.
Hey, Chris.
Hey,
He
Chris.
said he couldn't chat. He couldn't post. He tried, but Yeah, Uncle Chris is watching.
I
Yeah.
want to know what's the secret for us being married for 42 years.
Tell him sit on the couch and talk. Show some love.
To y'all.
What he say?
What'd you say, Dad? He said y'all.
Is that what he said?
He basically
That
said
means-
it's because the kids why they've been 42 years.
No, you know what that means? That means it was the good food. It was the food. That's what we're gonna say.
I'm gonna say this.
I missed it. Go back and say what it is.
I'm gonna
That's your
say
hard.
We want to
Yo,
hear Uncle
listen.
Chucky.
has and downs. You get, I mean, you have them periods where you look and say, I don't know why I did this. But then you have the moments where you look and say, Dad, you know, I'm glad I did it. I can't imagine being with anybody else. And so even during the rocky times, you got to take the bitter with the sweet. Is it worth me going? First off, nowadays, is it worth going out there trying to get somebody else? Because
No.
it's like the Todd Perry, why did I get married? The 80-20. Percent is good, 20% may not be good, but is it worth me losing 80% or 20%? Another thing is communication. You got to learn to talk with each other. And we don't always do it, but we've learned to overcome a lot of things. And the biggest thing is trust. You gotta trust what each other's, you know, your mate. You can't, you know, if he walks out the door today and say he going somewhere else, I gotta trust that that's where he say he's gonna be, because you know that we've learned. Chucky used to tell me, I know where your head gonna be at when I wake up in the morning. Pretty much that's where my head is unless I'm on the couch.
That's the pimp in him.
Shut up,
Put your head in that pillow.
I'm so dumb.
Hey, with you?
A lot of in our rough moments, but you know, we look at each other as if to say, I mean, we told each other when we first, you know, met and we first talked about marriage, I don't do divorce. I do death. So this is till death do you part, because somebody gonna die if they don't.
Yeah, that's called an episode of Snapped right there. That's Oxygen Channel.
Okay, Jerry, you got the next longest marriage, right? How long you been married?
Well, we only been married.
How long y'all been together? How about that?
We've been together 20 years because, you know, the oldest is 19 now.
Okay,
it's
so
20.
you got the next oldest relationship. Go for it. What you got?
What I never really said, is trust, you know, communication. That's a really big one. Because if you don't talk, like, you don't hold nothing in. You got to talk about stuff. But it is all right. And most people say don't go to bed angry. Sometimes it's all right to go to bed angry because, you know how I get. I need to sleep on stuff because I'm going to say some stuff that can't come back.
Yep, know your partner.
And you gotta know your partner. You definitely gotta know your partner. And what I never said is true. Till death do us part. I told him, you mess with me, you stuck with me. So I said, we just be roommates. That's it. I'm not doing this again. It's too rough out there in the dating game. I'm not doing that.
Don't have it. I don't have it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm all right.
We got here from Shay. Shay.
Shay. Come on. Help your daddy up. Damn.
Oh,
Lord.
Jerry, why you just ain't turn the camera?
Tried. I'm on my computer. My computer already messing up. I gotta buy it.
Somebody help Pop get up.
I mean, everybody pretty much said it all.
Yeah.
Communication, I feel, is really the number one key, and you got to know your partner because you got to know how they are, how to deal with them, how to, you know what I'm saying? You got to know how to interact. You don't have that? I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, James.
Okay, I think I'm the next one.
Okay, good.
Them glasses.
You gonna leave my husband alone,
JR.
So I think I'm the next one, and I think the biggest thing for me, I think everybody else has said right. To me, communication and not only knowing your love language, knowing your partner's love language, and then knowing how to speak in your partner's language. You know what I mean? You have to, there's one thing to say, hey, you know, these are things that we need to work on, or these are things that we want to do and communicate. I am a personal fan of over communication. You know what I mean? Like, we're going to talk about things until it's done. You know what I mean? Until you're like, why are we still talking about this? And then we're going to talk about it some more.
That's because you a diva. That's why.
And there's another thing. You let your partner have an outlet. They do not need to be up under you 24/7. If your man or your wife want to go play a video game, or you know, go sit and watch movies by themselves, let them. Sometimes, you know, you need space.
And I think it's also important to.
They gonna let you jump in.
I also think it's important to have your own friends. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Have your own friends. Have your own, you know, your own life. To me, my life and my partner's life are enriched by the fact that I have my own life, he has his own life, and then we have our lives together. You know what I mean? Hey, darling. Hey, Angie.
Hey.
Oh, she said, no, we're not doing that.
There's a Michelle.
Right. No, I'm going by length of relationship.
Length of time?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Michelle, how long have you and Vic been together? I believe that Candace and Angie are next, but I'm going to double check.
All right, well, go ahead.
When did Michael Jackson die?
2009.
Damn it, Michelle.
Jesus Christ. What y'all met at the funeral?
That's your
It
time
was
frame,
the
huh?
sad year when Michael Jackson died when we got together.
Hey, Candace, how long have you and Angie been
I'm not sure
together?
how to take that.
10 years.
10 years. So, this Michelle and then Candace.
Well, pretty much you guys have said everything. The only other thing that I can think of is knowing that you can't have it all. You can't do it all. It's not all about you. You have to make sure that your partner is also included on decisions made. So it's give and take. And that's very important because you don't want to feel like it's all one-sided. The person that's getting it all, of course, they're going to feel like, you know, oh, this is the best relationship ever. But if there's a shortcoming on the other side, that they're not going to feel so good. So you got to make sure that that's a balance as well. Other than that, everything else you guys have said.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got one more.
Okay.
And a lot of people don't get it, but as prior military, you got to understand that you're not alone. Most men don't tell their spouse everything, so they hold everything on themselves, which causes them to be like angry and stuff. And sometimes you got to let them know, like, I'm there for you. You don't have to do everything. You can tell me stuff. I'm your other shoulder. You know, you don't have to do everything yourself or hold it in.
I also think another thing, and then I'm going to get to Candace, that is vulnerability.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say.
I know, like, don't let the people talk.
Go ahead, Candace. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Candace.
No, I was just gonna say that on top of everything else, being vulnerable, I think is the key, because I think, like early on in my relationship, I truly struggled with being vulnerable, but it just makes it that much better once you are vulnerable and you understand that other person is your other shoulder. So yeah. But Jason.
You at the same time. Okay, Jackie. Wait, no, hold up, Jackie.
Ange come in and say something.
Huh?
I want to have Ange come in and say
Yeah,
something.
Ange, what you got? Come on, Ange.
The question is, what makes the relationship work? What makes a lasting relationship?
Not giving up.
Not giving up. You got.
Oh yeah, that's a big one.
Well, that's what I told her. Like in our vows, I said, "You stuck with me forever."
Right.
I'm there with you.
She said, "Saying sorry."
I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, that's a hard one.
I don't know how to do that.
Yeah.
I can say you're right. I can't.
No.
Saying I'm sorry is really hard for me.
My thing is,
And
you
we
hungry?
need you to give lessons on saying sorry.
Yeah,
Sounds
my
like
sorry
over
is.
here.
So you hungry? You want
Yeah,
some food?
you want something to eat?
We're always trying to feed somebody.
And I'm going to say this before we get to the single people, because I want y'all to say something too. Cece, what about you? Or wait, I don't know if.
I don't know. I think she.
Cece,
I'm here.
do you have any tips
Or what?
for a lasting relationship?
I don't have any tips. I
Okay.
really don't. I think that no.
Jacqueline, I hate you.
Because I'm learning. I'm learning how to no, I don't have any tips.
Okay.
How to do the relationship.
We still love you, CC.
JR, what about you?
So I got something. Let me.
Uh-oh, here you go.
And this goes for me and CC. Y'all ready for this?
No,
We have to learn. I know what we have to learn. She's so extra. We have to learn to not lose ourselves within being in a relationship.
Yes,
We tend to.
That's a big one.
People tend to be head over heels. Yes, the beginning of the relationship is, oh, let's go do this. Everything is like a open mindset. But then at some point in time, you gotta remember who you are and continue to prosper in that together. So like Jerry had made the comment, sometimes you gotta have your own outlet. And a lot of times we lose ourselves because we completely forget about us, about yourself. And then you start focusing so much on that other person that it's just completely gone. So by the time that you're really like, dang, is this really what I really want to do type deal? You're so far out of it. You got to go back and retract everything, and then you end up losing yourself.
You got to find yourself. And I think that happens in a lot of relationships. I will tell you, when me and my partner first got together, I did that. I lost myself in my relationship, and then I had to find myself again. Luckily, I was in a position where I was able to find myself with my partner. But not everybody gets that. Not everybody kind of gets that thing. And also, interestingly enough, and then I'm gonna go to JR because we didn't give JR his due, or his.
We have to.
But the thing that nobody said, and I'm actually surprised by it, is good nookie. Because come on now, let's keep it real.
There go JR.
I was just about to say that, Jason. You got to sling the meat right. They gonna stay there.
Oh God.
You see, she ain't say nothing now. Nah. Valentine's Day to you, boo.
Where's she at? Let me see.
My hair not combed.
Yes.
Help him.
Oh, she said her hair not combed.
Because I messed that up,
I mean, because listen, let's be real. We're all adults here. Everybody in the room is an adult.
Nobody want to hear that from his butt,
right? But it's an important part of having a relationship is knowing that that your partner you are pleased, and your partner is pleased.
Yes.
It is very important.
Very
JR, it's too much.
JR, listen, we don't need to hear about you doing all of that. Now, that's why I said I chose my words correctly.
I'm never talking.
You
Come on the line.
In order
you remember Marty when they said
hold up, Ma, what you saying?
The important thing is, as a person, you have to learn to love you before you can love anybody else.
It's not the same kind of love, Mom. That's not the same kind of love we talk about.
You ain't lying.
I don't think that's what she meant.
I'm trying to interrupt that conversation because I.
Okay.
Aunt Deborah.
Listen, you've been married 42 years. We know
I'm
what you got
saying,
going on.
and you got 4 kids.
They was all adopted. I'm still.
Oh my God.
I was not adopted.
I would like to think that I was hatched from a beautiful Fabergé egg.
Fabergé? Oh, nigga, please.
Oh, cousin Kim is in the building. Hey, Kim.
Hey, Kim. Oh my God, Aunt Deborah. Tell the truth and shame the devil.
You said a Fabergé egg.
a beautiful Fabergé egg
Where's Uncle Chucky? I want to
with
hear him say
Swarovski
this.
crystals crusted upon it.
Yeah, okay.
No, Jason, no. Just stop. Just stop. Yeah.
Y'all let know we just adopted y'all. We put in the paperwork and said we want. Hey, Pumpkin Boo.
Ma, you know daggone well you'd have sent me back. Don't play with me.
Right, I'm just saying because I'm looking at a twins moment besides me and JR. Y'all two, you and your son. So, oh my God.
We put the paperwork in that this is what we want to send. This is
Not
what
the paperwork.
Selene, do you hear this?
Selene not on.
That's okay. It's all right.
Listen, they spit at the moonlight and a beautiful egg just came down from
You've
the
been watching
sky.
way too many Dr. Seuss movies.
real. Yeah, boy.
I'm just saying
What's
that's
the
I don't know
So
nothing
you
about what
really
you're talking about.
So you really remember the flight with the stork is what you telling
No,
me.
it wasn't a stork. I came down on a breath of moonlight, and
Oh my God.
and it was like, and I just was
So,
there.
Deborah,
It
Son
just-
Deborah,
yeah.
why
It was
did
a
you
breath,
pass
all right.
out? Why did you fall out faint after my mom delivered me and JR? Why did you pass out in the delivery room?
Was pregnant and it was cold.
She's sticking with this joint for real. I can't with you.
Wait, Jay, tell you. Let me let you know you wasn't in no Fabergé egg. It was raining.
She said it was raining.
and I was with crutches.
We don't have to do this.
You started, Mr. Fabergé.
That is hilarious.
We don't have to do this. All right, guys. Well, listen, we have had a
Last
wonderful show.
Come on.
I'd like to thank our cousin Candace for coming in and blessing us.
Oh, thanks for having me. It was a pleasure. Can't
We
wait
do
till
this
next
every
week.
Tuesday.
We do it every Tuesday, so come on in.
Every
Any of the
Tuesday.
other cousins we got in the building, we gonna have to rotate y'all in and figure this out. Look, I'm paying for Zoom now. We can have 30 people on here, but we gonna have to learn how to talk.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work.
But
Yeah,
you know, this is always a good time, guys. Don't forget, if you're watching us on Facebook, go to KCAPC on YouTube and make sure you are hitting that subscribe button so that we have get more subscribers on there. Again, we are also being sponsored by Black Unicorn Magics. Amazing cosplayer. I showed some of the stuff that she made earlier on in the show. Just great products that she does. Very well made for all your cosplay and whatever needs you've got. And you can look down for the code for 25% off of your purchase.
Yeah, they make Fabergé eggs.
I mean, I'm sure she could make an egg. Nigga. Why you always got it? You just can't let shit go, can you?
No, he can't.
The worst.
Who
And-
doing the for today?
Huh?
It ain't me. I messed it up last week.
I think it should go to Mona. Mona, why don't you go ahead and take us out this week? Did she leave?
Maybe she's still cooking, or somebody
He
knocked on
trying
the door.
to-
Probably.
I missed it. What are we doing?
I said you
Lord.
gotta take us out this week.
Black women are dope. Period.
All
We're not
right.
ending with that. We're not ending with that. No.
Yes, we are. Black women are dope.
It's her
This is
word.
This Black History Month. What about the man? The man dope too.
All right. Well, Tuesday is still February, and Black History Month is every month for me. So.
How about that?
Is your head not be
All right.
that
Well,
mean
let's leave it at that. Black History Month is every month.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Let's
Sure,
leave
you're
it at that.
All right, guys.